Hi everyone and welcome to This Black Girl Loves Anime. My name is Fatima, but you can call me Tima. So I feel like I've been living under a rock, and the reason why I feel this way is because an anime that I have been waiting for many months now is actually running. And I had no clue. And I'm not talking about like 2 episodes in. No, it has like 8 or 9 episodes. So it's great for me because one, I like to binge watch my episodes anyway. But it was the one episode that I decided that I wouldn't, or well, not the episode, it was the one series that I decided that I'm not going to wait for. I'm just gonna catch it every week. But anyway, it's called A Certain Scientific Accelerator. Now, I love this character, and this character was first introduced to, like, viewers in A Certain Magical Index. If you don't know about the series, I suggest watching it. You would get a better understanding of who Accelerator is. But at the same time, for the Index series, there is a spin-off for that series, and it's called A Certain Scientific Railgun. Now, if you really want to understand who Accelerator is, I would suggest watching that anime instead, because him and the main character Railgun, which her given name is Mikasa, I think that's her last name, but anyway, whatever. The character, they're intertwined in many ways, because the one thing I am going to spoil about this so that you can understand why they're intertwined is that behind Mikasa's back, they had cloned her because Mikasa is very powerful, right? Her she has like a electricity ability, and they wanted to create more like her. And so what they did was they created clones of her and used those clones in a project which involved Accelerator in a terrible way, right? And for when Accelerator learned that that these clones were like real people and not dolls, because in his head he thought they were dolls, he had like a slight meltdown, right? A psychotic breakdown, which, instead of staying in a hole, he actually slowly went from being a bad character to an anti-hero, which is why I think they created the spin-off, because he developed such a huge following. Because even as I was watching like the other 2 animes, whenever Accelerator was present, I loved his character because one, he was really cool, and one, he's like the strongest in that world. And another is that, he was so like misled, and, realizing that, there is a human behind this hard shell that is very scary. It was really, I don't know why I felt like I could relate to him. So I absolutely was excited when they said that they would create his spinoff, because I'm not gonna lie, I started to watch Index only for him. Index is great, but the last season of Index was so complicated for me. I couldn't understand it. I'm sure there's a lot of people who can understand what was going on, but for me, I couldn't, right? So I couldn't follow, but I still watched it because he was present in a lot of the episodes. And so I really do recommend watching those 2 to understand Accelerator, and I do recommend watching Accelerator. I just finished watching the very first episode, and I had to talk about it because it was actually quite great. And in one of my videos, I mentioned my journey into My Hero Academia. And I think first impressions really do matter. I had a hard time watching My Hero Academia, but I pushed through the first 7 minutes, which is explained in my previous video, and it ended up being one of my favorite animes, right? And I find that, some animes are lucky to get the second chance, because if I hadn't pushed myself to watch My Hero, I probably wouldn't have known it was great. But with Accelerator, the very first episode, you want to go straight to the next one. And only a few new series started off well this way, because the Shield Hero started off well this way, where you watched the first episode and you were dying for the next one. Same with Promised Neverland. But there was another anime. It was good, but I could care less to watch the next episode. I'm not even going to talk about it in this video, but whatever. But anyway, I think you guys will really enjoy Accelerator, but I wouldn't recommend diving into it without first understanding the backstory. And I think if I had to choose again, I would say watch Railgun, because Railgun, he's really involved with the characters. Because even now in Accelerator, one of the characters, one of her clones, or Mikasa's clone, Railgun's, he does everything to protect this one character, and it's so beautiful because I can't understand if he's like a father figure to her. Is he in love with this character, or does he feel guilty for what he's done, so he's trying to find redemption and keeping her safe? But their relationship is so beautiful that gosh, I can gush about it all day, and I can gush about Accelerator. And if you love Tokyo Ghoul, guys, he's so much like Dark Kaneki. It's insane. And I think what I love about, because I watched the dub version of this anime only because the voice actor of Kaneki, of the dub version of Kaneki, is who plays Accelerator in this anime. And I think they bring in a lot of the mannerism, because he does a lot of like, Kaneki's facial expressions. I don't know if they do this on purpose, but if you watch it, and if you watch Tokyo Ghoul, you'll pick up on that. But anyway, guys, this anime is, the first episode is great, so of course I'm sure it's going to be great based on the last, the spin-offs, the previous animes, being that they were great. Of course, I'm honestly going to believe that the series is going to follow suit. But yeah, I really do recommend that you guys check it out. Anyway, guys, so that's all I have to say about this anime. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I hope to see and speak with you guys soon.